Good morning. Welcome back to Blueprints and Bankrolls with myself, Brandon Delgado, and
Jared Fazio, better known as Loan Daddy. Am I supposed to
ooh,
say that? Wait, before I forget, hair and makeup is sponsored by BEC Salon at the Kiln Building. Go see Rachel. Brandon's hair is done by Brandon and sponsored by nobody because he doesn't have a lot. Okay. Anyways, today we're going to talk a couple of things. Brandon brought up some things that have been happening in his business. Brandon, tell the listeners what you're hearing and seeing. What do you got?
so we wanted to talk today about client homework, right? Or to-do lists to move the project from either design, planning, construction phase on, or from loan origination to conception to release of funds, right? And so our biggest concern with things that are out of our control is the client's control. Getting the documents sending fast enough for the loan, getting approved for a new car when the loan just got approved on Jared's side, or hey, we got these tile selections that need to be picked. We're trying to do your bathroom or your kitchen, and we need to know your color palette. We'll go shopping with you, or you want to shop on your own. But if you shop on your own, we have to get this done in a timely fashion. We have dates to hit so we can finish your
Right.
project on time. It's on you, folks.
What that means is when you're buying a house and you're getting a construction loan and your lender asks you for documents, I need you to stop what you're doing to get them to them, to get those to them immediately. Like it's not when you get a chance. Like, I have clients right now that are doing a construction loan. It's like $1.5 million. It's actually, you know who I'm talking about. So they take 3 days to get me documents and then they wonder why things get delayed. We all know that people have lives and you're working and you have crazy schedules and all that good stuff. But here's the thing. You've signed up to purchase a house or build a house. You have a contractor, you found a lender, you've got a loan in place. You've got to act like your hair's on fire until that deal is closed and you have a key in your hand from Brandon. What I'm finding is a lot of people just don't understand, or they're not given the proper direction, or they don't have the right sense of urgency. Now, that doesn't mean, we want to hammer you guys, but we want to make sure that there are no delays on the back end. Because on the loan side, which is the most important, by the way, in my opinion, we need to make sure the lender has what they need so that they can release funds on a
Nobody
timely
cares about
manner.
the loan until the
Time
dream's
out.
designed, dude.
Time
Nobody
out. I
cares about the
agree.
loan until
Well,
the dream was designed.
yeah, I know.
If you don't have a dream, you don't need the money.
You got to have the bankroll
You're
before you have the
welcome.
full
You're
credit.
welcome. You're welcome.
I appreciate you. Anyways, so what I was saying is essentially, we have timelines. Every delay causes stress. It causes delay. It costs more money. Time is money. So when you have a contract, when you're purchasing a house, you have a time frame. On a 30-day contract, you have 20 to 22 business days. That means we've already lost 8 days out of the way. If you work with a great team and you have a great loan officer and you have a great general contractor, things like that, you need to make sure that they are guiding you and putting you in the right position for success. So make sure that you have all of your ducks in a row. Make sure you have your pay stubs, your W-2s, your tax returns, your bank statements. Yes, all pages. Picture ID. If your loan officer calls and says, "Hey, I need the last 3 years of your complete tax returns, your federal 1040s with all
So
schedules."
basically, everything on your to-do list, you're going to send them a to-do list.
Correct. Yes,
Yeah, there you go. Everything on your to-do list.
that one. Now, Brandon, on your side, you're having challenges and delays with people doing what specifically?
Yeah, so just once we're in contract, picking the selections, right? Like, hey, we're really trying to work through this color palette. What are we
What's
gonna
that
do?
look like?
Okay.
Hey,
What does
you're
that look
building
like?
me a
That looks
house.
like, cabinet finishes. So a
Okay.
bunch of cabinet doors, we get custom colors going, we get custom, finishes. Maybe it's a rusted look. We bang up the door a little bit.
Is this online, in person? You go somewhere? Tell everybody what
Everything,
you're
everything.
doing.
So our
Okay.
our team does, online version. We do the in-person version that where we bring the samples to you. Some of our clients don't like to go shopping. Or we take our clients shopping and we do it in person together. So there's
Okay.
3 ways. They can pick whatever they feel more comfortable with. Some clients that we have are like, "I don't care. This is the color palette I like. Just send us a picture. We're good." Other clients are like, "Oh, no, we have to touch everything," which is great. That's great. Yeah, that's just the way it is. Picking finishes faster. The
Yeah.
faster we pick finishes, the faster we finish the project, the cheaper this project is at the final, you know, hand over the keys.
Gotcha. Okay. What are some other like challenges that you're seeing out there right now? It's getting to be fourth. Well, it's November, on November 5th. The weather's starting to get a little colder. I know you've got a lot of jobs going for next year that you're not able to start until springtime, like April. What are some things people can do to get ready if they are thinking about building renovating, new kitchen, new bath, all that fun stuff, so that they can hit the ground running for first quarter.
So here's the key for the end of the rest of this year and then the next year.
Okay.
If you're looking to do anything like a new addition or anything that has to do with opening the roof, all you want to do is find a contractor, a design team, or a design builder, a loan person if you need the loan, get all your documents ready, submit them to the city or the county where you live, and get the permit ready for March, April outside of your rainy season. All right. So the time to add an addition to your house is over in California.
For
We're
this
going to get
year.
some rain. You don't want to lose anything. You don't want to, have a flood inside your house. Now, if you want to just do a kitchen remodel, bathroom remodel that's already in a conditioned space, which means there's a roof, it's all waterproofed,
Yeah,
you can
protected.
still get that done this year if you work with a good team. Like if you call us, we can get it done. We can get you permitted, get you in and out, we'll be good. Okay. But the time for the additions, it's over. We have 3 homes that we're gonna break ground on in March, April next year. Okay. They all have to wait now. They're all 2 are ground up. One's a big remodel. So if you're thinking about next year building a home, contact us now. Let's
Yeah,
get you on a schedule because it's filling up fast. What about for
absolutely.
you? I mean, you're good all year round, right? Loans, everything.
Yeah, people need money all the time, all the time. Interest rates have come down. The Feds have recently met. They've talked about another what? There we go. See,
There we
I'm
go,
back.
folks. That is
The magnet.
must be Title 24 in Idaho. That's your electrical
Due to
saving
technical difficulties.
energy. So
Yeah.
they just turn off. What if
That
you're in
was a
the
rolling
restroom and that
blackout, real quick.
happens?
We have rolling blackouts here too, bro. I mean, what's up? Remember those? Remember the rolling blackouts? Those are fun. What was I saying? So, people
People
need
need money
time.
all the time.
Yeah, people need, interest rates. Feds met. They lowered interest rates. Not technically, they lowered what's called the Fed funds rate. It doesn't technically directly affect mortgage rates because mortgage rates are affected by like the 10-year treasury, mortgage-backed securities. Typically and historically, interest rates do follow what's called inflation. If you follow inflation and you follow mortgage rates over the last 4 years, they kind of go hand in hand, so they would follow each other. But I'm getting a ton of calls this week and most recently about, hey, the Fed just lowered the rates. Kinda. So I have to kind of help educate people. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking at debt consolidation. A lot of people are coming off of what's called the 2-1 buy down. So they were at a lower interest rate a year ago or 2 years ago. Now those rates are going to be going up. And if they were in the 4s and 5s and they're going to go up to the 6s and 7s, now's the time to refinance because interest rates are going to be in the low 6s, low to mid 6s, sometimes high 5s. If you've got great credit, conventional loan, 20% down, we're seeing interest rates in the high 5s, low 6s where
Okay,
they
so that's a
were.
good segue for you.
Okay.
Okay, so
What do we got?
if you have a 3-2 buy down,
Two
right?
one buy down,
Two
which
what 2-1 buy down.
sure,
Sorry.
it's
Okay.
okay.
Or you have a high interest rate. Let's say, you got stuck high, 7.5, 8%. I'm not sure. So in the coming months, probably in the next 30 to 60 days, they could probably qualify for 6.5, right? 6.25
Yeah. Well,
and save
yeah,
some
every
money.
every situation's different. It depends on what type of loan it is. You got to have, 700 credit score or higher. You got to have 20% of equity. Each situation's different. What I do is individually look at every situation independently. So we look at what the value of the house is. What do they owe? What's their credit score? Are we able to go full documentation, which is pay stubs, a W-2 or a tax return? A lot of loans that I'm doing right now are for self-employed people that can't show income. Okay. So what we have to do is look at 12 months of bank statements because they can't qualify on a tax return because they don't show enough income. But here's the cool thing. If we look at the bank statements and we look at their cash flow for the last 12 months, we get to use typically half of the deposits. So if I have a business owner that has, and again, I'm just throwing a number out there, 50,000 a month in total deposits for the business, roughly 600 grand a year, I'm able to use typically about half of those deposits in most situations to qualify. Well, if I look at a tax return and they only make 80 grand, they're not able to refinance or purchase a six, seven, eight, $900,000 house. With a bank statement option, 100%, we do them all day long. I just got an application this morning for a gal. I'm going to be refinancing her $1 million loan on her property. It's worth $2 million. She owes $1 million. We looked at her tax return. It's not happening. She will not qualify. There's no lender that's going to loan her money off the tax return. But cool thing, she has a ton of deposits going through her bank. So we're able to provide that and actually lower her rate, lower her payment, and actually skip a payment. So it's able to help her at this time of the year when things are a little bit slower for self-employed people. So it's been great.
That's
Great
awesome, man.
question, Brandon.
No, that
Great
that is
question.
no, because that's what we're here for, right? Hey, if I can save 1.5% on my old loan that I bought during the peak because I got a good deal on a property or the 2-1 buy down. I mean, now's the time,
Yeah.
right?
2-1, yeah,
So
2-1 buy down essentially means 2 years ago, let's say interest rates were 7.5. Cool. So for the first year, you got 5.5%. Okay. After 12 months, worst case scenario goes to 6.5%. Second year. After 12 more months or 24 payments, then it goes to 7.5%. I have
mhm.
a lot of people that are right in that middle where they're like, oh my gosh, my rate's going to go to 7.5%. Well, rates are at 6.25. Okay. Let's just say six and, in the low sixes. Again, I'm not saying your rate's 6.25. I'm saying rates are in the low sixes. It may make sense for you to lock in today to not have to worry about your rate going to 7.5%. Will rates come down for sure next year? Absolutely. Nobody knows. If they tell you they do, they're lying. They could, they should, they're supposed to, but that doesn't mean anything until they actually do.
Is that like contractors can see through walls? If they say they can see through walls, they're lying.
Yes, 100%. If somebody
Yeah.
tells you for sure rates will come down, everybody, you hear all this news, all this, oh my God, rates are at the lowest. Yeah, they are for most. Are they going to stay this way forever? I don't know. What's the weather going to be like tomorrow? A weatherman can predict or project. That means nothing. So again, get with the loan officer, contact me, hit me a DM, shoot me a message, call me, go to my website, set up an appointment. Let's look at your situation and figure out if it makes sense. It may not. Last night I met with another couple, young couple. The interest rate wasn't that bad. I said, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for you to refinance and spend, $3,500 to save $48 a month. It doesn't make any sense. So
Mhm.
we're in a nurture situation where we'll just keep a close eye out.
What about construction loans? What rates are those currently? I mean, average, right? Like, let's say if you have a 750 credit score, you have the 25% or 20%
Equity.
equity,
Yep.
good credit, debt to ratio is good. I mean, what are we looking at in construction loan?
High sixes in the low sevens ish range. Again, every
Yes.
situation's different. Is it conventional? Is it a VA?
Right.
Is it all that stuff? We need to look at a couple of different options. But again, that's the time. If you're interested, you're thinking about it, you want information, you got to reach out so that we can give you a specific custom game plan. So rate, what's my payment? What's the process look like? What's the timeline? If I were to do this, what would that look like? I want to know absolutely everything. And we provide a very detailed breakdown. You'll know everything from this is what you qualify for. Here's your payment. Here's another option. Have you thought about this? A lot of times people just aren't even aware that they have all of these options. Well, what if I want to cash in a 401k, or I want to take out money over here? Well, that may cause a tax issue or a tax liability. We don't want to do anything to get you to have to pay more money to Uncle Sam. We want to look at and explore all ways to minimize taxes, but be able to qualify and not be stressed for, however long it takes for Steadfast Design Builders and Brandon and his team to build your house or do your construction or remodel. Because the biggest thing you can do is buy a house, get into contract, and not have your ducks in a row and things go sideways, because they can go sideways extremely quickly. And if you don't have a problem solver and you don't have a great team that knows how to solve problems, which is what we do all day long, it can really cause really.
Just remember this: there's no problems. There's only a solution ready to be
There's always
initiated. Right?
whatever
That's
it is, we'll go through it. Yeah,
what I tell
Brandon
our
and I are
people,
great
right?
partners. Go ahead. Sorry, Uncle B.
That's what I tell my people, right? All
Yeah.
my guys and ladies out there that are on our teams, like, hey, come up to me with 3 solutions. Don't come up with the problem. Tell me what you want to do to fix it, and I get to choose one. And that way, it's your idea, and we overcame it together. So there we
Yeah.
go.
Hey,
All
we're
right,
just
I
here.
think
We wake up every morning and we just help people. So hopefully you guys got some good information. Brandon, you want to say anything before we bounce?
I think that's it. I think that's enough. I think it's over 15 minutes of like yapping everybody's ear off.
It's
We'll come
okay.
up with something very exciting for next one. If you have anything, shoot us an email or on Instagram. We go Steadfast Design Builders on Instagram. Shoot me an idea. I'll call you out and let it go.
Call you out in a good way, not call you out
That's
like
right.
point fingers.
No, no, no. Good
Again,
way. Good way.
very simply, if you guys have
Shout
loan
out.
questions, reach out. If you have general contracting, construction questions, cool. It doesn't hurt to schedule a 10 or 15-minute call for you to quickly get professionals to answer your questions and not, I saw on social media. Be careful, because there's a lot of information out there. You want to make sure that you're working with great professionals, Brennan at Steadfast or myself here, Jared Fazio at Loan Daddy. But if you guys have questions, hit us up. Until the next podcast, have a great week and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye, y'all.
Bye.